hello there, it's Saturday and it's time for another occasionally weekly vlog. I really need to come up with a better name. I keep saying that, but it's not going to happen. Anyway, yeah, so it is weekend. What are the plans for this weekend? Well, so far, nothing. No, we're going to go to the zoo again tomorrow. We've got an afternoon booked tomorrow, so it's not going to be the full day. We managed to snaffle an afternoon booking. So we'll probably do a little bit of filming there. I don't know if we're going to turn that into a full vlog. We'll see what we feel like tomorrow. I do need to mow the lawns again because they're starting to look long again. Look at our gladioli, all flowering. I did snap one of them, so I ended up bringing it in, but I think this one's done now, so oh well. But they are a nice purple colour, or they were before it started dying. But yeah, other than that, I was going to go for a bike ride this morning. It's been looking a bit gloomy, so I might pull my old bike out of the shed, maybe have a fix up on that and just ride it around the streets nearby. So I did say last week's video was going to be a short one. It ended up being half an hour, and then I realised I talk too much. I was just talking and talking and talking. So I'm going to try and remedy that a little bit by not boring you to death about everything. I'll try and talk when I'm showing you things. Update on what we've been up to over the week. You probably, if you one of the people who follows us on, I would say mainly Instagram, but also Twitter, because I don't tweet as much as Gemma Instagram. She does a really good job on the Instagram. Links are always in the description for those if you do fancy following us. But yeah, we've been doing a lot of walks. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we went to the beach and had a walk. Walked about 8,000 steps, 9,000 steps. Nothing too strenuous, but that's been really nice. So we're going to try and keep that up for the foreseeable future. Obviously when it gets to winter we may have to change the location because you don't fancy walking on a freezing morning, freezing evening at night time on the beach. But we'll give it some thought. Wow, it's been a minute since I've used the GoPro. Oops, but we are going to go outside and do some mowing. Should be entertaining. Time-lapse time. Maybe. Right, I've had a sort out. Modern mountain bike, 10-year-old mountain bike. That's our old fish tank from when we kept goldfish. Might take those plants in actually, they'll look alright, possibly for the new tank, although the colours aren't very natural. Box of junk. I don't know, more junk. Broken mop. Antique lawnmower that needs restoring. I don't know how to restore lawnmowers, so it sits there. There is a lawnmower museum in Southport. I wonder if they'd be interested in it. My workbench, and also my old mountain bikes. And the reason why I needed these was they're all locked up and I can't remember what I locked them up with, so I'm hoping that these keys fit them. I should point out that although I do keep the bikes in here, that set of wheels doesn't have a set of quick release skewers for it, so it can't be attached to either of those two bikes unless you bring your own if you were to try and pinch them. Not you, but you know, other people. And my modern bike, the wheels aren't in the shed, so they would just have to take the frame and fork, which is kind of pointless doing because then you need a set of wheels that fit it. Anyway, let's see, moment of truth. Do any of these keys fit these locks? And also, do these locks still work? Now there's two barrel lock keys on here, so one of them might fit. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got it. Lucky. I think I mentioned the cycle to work on the last video. I actually went and had a look. Turns out it's not the best time to buy a new bike. Everything's out of stock everywhere. So yeah, put the brakes on that, and probably for the best really. And there's a 25-year-old bike out the shed. This is the one where everything's like period correct, apart from obvious unimportant things like the handlebar, but all the brakes and stuff are all Shimano from like the 90s. And this bike, other than the saddle, which is off my new bike, this bike's entirely original. Every single part of this bike is as it came out of the showroom, including it's still got the rear reflector on there. Every time I put these in the shed, for any length of time, I cover them in like lubricant. So the chain, even though it's rusty, it's still smooth, it doesn't squeak. There's people riding past us at our house. Someone rode past our house the other night on a bike, similar to that one, but only about 2-3 years old, and it was squeaking like crazy. This bike, 25 years old, not a squeak on it. I mean, I'm not saying it runs perfectly, it absolutely doesn't, but gets you about. It does need a good clean though. Really could do with it stripping the frame and respraying it, but that's beyond my skill. Plus, I like the patina. I have just realised the slight issue with my genius plan of taking the quick release skewers off the bike to put it in the shed. I have no idea where those quick release skewers are. Scratch that, found some. Ooh, DRXT, someone was being flashy. She's not much to look at, but she's got it where it counts. I'll be honest with you, I could probably ride this right away without doing anything with it. It seems tight and okay. The only thing I probably struggle with is I've just seen a big brown spider on it and I'm a bit scared. Because if that bit me, I'd probably know about it. But yeah, it's fine. I was very tempted to take the bike out for a little ride actually, but try not to over-exert myself at the minute, and just spent quite a few calories doing the garden. And I think we're going to go for a walk later tonight because the weather is absolutely lovely out there. Yeah, I think I maybe consider using that bike in a couple of weeks' time. The reason I want two bikes set up is because the Carrera, the white bike, is great for Delamere Forest and ride it on the dirt trails. That bike probably better suited for riding down by the beach, so where we go for walks in the evenings. There's some nice surfaced paths and stuff nearby. Oops. Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking that maybe I'd like to take that bike out there because it's got slick tyres on it, so it's perfect for riding on the road. I have a practical 3D print I want to do. Something for my bike. So the story goes, when the bike doesn't have the discs on it, this is the modern bike, if you press the brake pads like with a car, the pistons get pushed in and then they never return to where they should do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the 3D printer to print a spacer that I can just put into the brake so that when I don't have the disc in there, the brakes are held apart. There's a patent for it online, so I'm just going to get it. Here it is. Now it says Avid Elixir, mine are Avid Juicy, but they look very similar, so I'm going to give it a try. Nice thing with 3D printing, you can download some, print it, if it don't work, delete it, bin it, pass it on to someone who needs it. Just like that, it's downloaded. We'll slice it. 48 minutes to print 4 of them. I only need 2, but I'll print 4 off because I've got a couple of spares. And of course, returning to the printer, I will select the print, hit print, and the printer will print. Something I did promise but haven't actually got around to doing yet. Tonight I'm going to cook. We're going to do a curry. So Gemma has bought in lots of stuff from the shop, and every time this light kicks into thinking all the bits of my hair stick at the same. Yeah, Gemma ordered some stuff on the shopping, so tonight I'm going to cook something. I'm going to have a nice evening. I dug out one of our old recipe books. I think I'm going to have a go at something like this. We don't have ghee, but we probably just use olive oil. And we're not using thighs, we're using chicken breast. 1 large onion we've got, garlic we've got, peppers we've got, green chilli we don't have, but we have chili flakes, cumin, coriander, chili powder. I'm going to have to check all this stuff, and I will cut the salt for health reasons. And it only uses 1 can of tomatoes because canned tomatoes can be quite salty as well. This could be one of those curries where I just give up and use curry powder because we really don't have much in the way of spices. It does appear that my old 3D printing nemesis, the unlevel bed, has come back to haunt me. So that corner and that corner were off, which meant that the adhesion to the bed wasn't right. So I've now fixed it. Fingers crossed this should do it. Hey! That went much better. And there it is on the bike, just holding the pads apart. So if the levers accidentally get pressed, I can still get the disc in there. And of course, now there's a honeybee trapped in the bathroom. Bee emergency solved. He flew out. Trying to usher a bee out of the house is always entertaining. Cooking time, and I got spices from Booths. They were not cheap. Let's not buy spices from Booths next time. What? You can't have curry. So what we're doing, we're going to melt half the ghee, which we're not using. We're also going to remove the gardening gloves. Melt half the ghee, which we're not using, in a large frying pan over medium-high heat. Add the chicken piece and stir for 5 minutes until brown but not necessarily cooked through, then remove from the pan with a slotted spoon and set aside. Melt the remaining ghee in the pan, add the onion and fry, stirring frequently for 5 to 8 minutes until golden brown. We don't have any onions, we're going to use frozen onions. Stir in the garlic and ginger paste. Oh, we're just going to have to use ginger. Add the peppers to the pan and stir. Peppers? No, we've got peppers. Stir in the chilli, cumin, coriander and chilli powder. Cumin, coriander. Yeah. Look at us supporting other YouTubers using the Barry Lewis garlic press. That's a great channel, by the way. There's me onions, me peppers, me garlic, me chilli. Got to add some spices next. First up, cumin. Oh, that smells amazing already. Cumin smells fantastic. Always the chilli powder. It says 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of chilli powder. Let's get it spicy. Coriander. One teaspoon of. Ooh, that smells good too. Those Booths spices might have been a good buy because they smell fantastic. And the turmeric. This is the one that dyes everything yellow. Chopped tomatoes. 1 tin of. And it said add 150 ml of water, so I'll just use the tin. And fill it with water. Correction, 125 ml of water. I don't think it makes that much of a difference though. Give that a good stir now. Oh, it's looking good. I'm going to bring this to the boil. And also I just spilt half of it down my knee. I should say as well, the recipe calls for 1/2 teaspoon of salt, or is it 1/4 teaspoon of salt, but I'm not putting that in, there's enough salt in here. Oh, that looks good. Right, we have the chicken back in now, and then leave to simmer for, oh there's a lot of oil in that, never mind. Leave to simmer for 10 minutes or so. And this will probably do as tea for tomorrow night as well. Here you go, honey.
Thank you.
Does it look alright?
It's lovely.
Good. Not very saucy.
Oh, and a cat hair.
And a cat hair, that's a bonus that. Enjoy. So the curry was good, but this is special. This is the sticky toffee pudding from Booths with the Madagascar vanilla custard. It's amazing. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Sunday.
It is.
And
it is morning.
Yeah, it is, just. Well, we've got another an hour or so, haven't we? But yeah, we're going to go to the zoo this afternoon, aren't we? We're going to go and see our friend Debs first, and then we'll see you in the zoo. We'll probably try and make a full video for the zoo as well. So we'll do the highlights in this one, and we'll see how we get on. And if there's enough, we'll put a full video together as well.
I don't think anything's changed since last time we were there.
No, that's true.
No new birth announcements or anything like that.
Yeah, but people like to see an update from
No, but we haven't seen the chimps really closely yet because it's been quite busy there. So
we haven't seen the new bears. You
no.
Probably won't, but you know.
It's just...
We can try our luck.
When they're a bit bigger, we'll see them when they're in the front enclosure.
Yeah.
They're in the back enclosure away from the water at the minute, aren't they? So
we'll see you there then. We have a rhino. Relaxing under a rhino shelter. And saying hello to one another through the fence here. It's definitely dull wet weather today.
For lunch?
Why not? Typically I didn't bring my long lens today and the tiger's just been fed in front of the window over there. It's Napo.
Having a nap.
Very helpful volunteer pointed him out to us today. She's nice.
Having a nap.
That's some big sunflowers. Talking about like dream homes you'd like to live in. This stables area for me. Got loads of space in the middle. The only trouble is it's in the middle of a zoo. And it probably isn't like habitable either, but never mind. Yeah. Hello, it's Monday. Realised we didn't vlog anything last night. We had a nice relaxed evening in after a lovely day in the zoo and saying hello to our friend. What's been going on? I just thought I'd give you a few updates before we shut off this vlog for the end of the week. I finished that Lego set. It's the one in the middle of these three here. I'm really happy with it. It was really enjoyable to build. And yeah, I can see myself building others of them in future. And handily, there's another 3 still for sale. So yeah, this entire top shelf might end up being full at some point. Today I am working. Later on I'm planning on having a sort out of some old DVDs and stuff. Having a good sort through, get rid of some stuff we've not watched in years. I mean literally since we moved into the house. All of our mail turned up today. I mean literally mails with like doctor's appointments from the 31st of July turned up today. Fortunately, because I checked the doctor's website, I didn't miss the appointment. I also booked it on the phone, so it was kind of a giveaway. But yeah, our Oddballs, Gemma's signed up for Oddballs now as well, has turned up. Something for Gemma, a box of makeup stuff has turned up, and something else personal. It's crazy, it's just all suddenly come. And also at some point today we're getting a new fan for the bedroom because it's been so warm, we've been running our fan constantly. And it sounds like a train. Actually it sounds like a helicopter. Someone's basically parked a helicopter in the room with us. So my mum and dad bought a fan from Amazon. I can't remember the company name. And she showed it, me and my mum, and it's like you can barely hear it. It's like whisper quiet, and it it moves a lot of air. So I picked one up. So that should turn up later on. I don't know if you can hear the cat eating food in the corner. He's been all over my laptop today while I've been trying to work. He stood on the delete key and deleted 10 emails. Fortunately, I managed to retrieve them. So I thought, right, this can't happen, this can't work. So we'll feed him some food and see if he gives me a minute. And he seems quite happy now.